key suspect, Guangguang's first public statement after Yu Menglong's death. Today's broadcast brings the latest updates on the key perpetrators in the Yu Menglong case. First, we turn to Guangguang, whose real name is Li Ming. His name has appeared many times in our previous reports, along with solid evidence pointing to his powerful background. He is said to be the grandson of former Chinese Premier Li Peng. The apartment where Yu Menglong fell to his death belonged to him. When Yu's body was discovered, 2 Rolex watches were found in his pocket, both reportedly Guangguang's property. He is also believed to be in charge of Shanya Hospital, infamous as one of China's human slaughterhouses, where live organ harvesting is allegedly carried out. It was there that intern Dr. Luo Shuiyu reportedly lost his life while trying to collect evidence of such crimes. In addition, numerous pieces of evidence link Guangguang to thousands of shell companies suspected of being used for money laundering. We covered those findings in our earlier report. Viewers who missed it can go back and watch that segment. Now, today's new development. According to commentator Li Menglong, after 55 days of silence, Guangguang has reappeared on overseas social media and issued a public statement addressing both the public and netizens. In this statement, he apologized to those affected by the Yu Menglong case. The statement, signed Guangguang and dated November 1st, claims that on September 11th, Yu Menglong accidentally fell to his death at home while drunk. It says the police immediately launched an investigation using surveillance footage and forensic analysis, and that G fully cooperated, respecting and abiding by judicial procedures and official conclusions. According to him, the police ultimately determined that it was an accidental fall, ruling out homicide or any criminal case. G's statement continues, saying that this unforeseen tragedy was distorted and magnified by online discussion, quickly turning into a massive public storm targeting him and others not involved. He explained that he chose silence because he had completely collapsed, feeling as though he had been placed on the defendant's bench in a national trial. He further claimed that this collective online violence harmed not only Yu Menglong's family and himself, but also society's rational expectation for truth. That, he said, was why he decided to step forward and clarify certain matters. G emphasized that Yu Menglong's death was an accident, not a murder, not because he was pushed, plotted against, or framed, but because, while intoxicated and unseen by others, he fell from the balcony. He said the police's conclusion was clear and definite, and that the evidence is traceable. He also insisted that he never concealed the truth, had no conflict with Yu Menglong, and had no powerful backing or special connections. He explained that he posted his statement on overseas platforms because domestic platforms had blocked or restricted his posts. The statement includes apologies to Yu Menglong's parents and family, to those who tried to send Yu to the hospital, to Jiao Maiqi, and to members of the public who were misled or dragged into the controversy. Ji expressed deep guilt toward Yu's parents and family, admitting that he failed to protect Yu Menglong and failed to speak up immediately, which allowed Yu to be maliciously slandered and defamed. He added that those who took Yu to the hospital and Jiao Maiqi were innocently implicated, and that his own silence had fueled public suspicion about them. Ji urged followers of the case to stop speculating about these two people and stop spreading related rumors. Finally, he called on everyone to accept the police's conclusion as the standard and refrain from sharing unverified information. That was the full statement issued by Guangguang. But true to his background as a screenwriter, not a single word of it is true. He avoided all the core points and unanswered questions of the case. His statement was nothing more than an attempt to clear his own name. If Yu Menglong truly died from a drunken accident, as Guangguang claims, then how does he explain the leaked videos from the scene capturing Yu Menglong's heart-wrenching screams? How does he explain the balcony safety net, which stands chest-high for an adult man, making the claim of a simple drunken fall utterly absurd? What about the clear scratch marks on the outer glass, marks that appear to be the desperate handprints of a man clinging to life. And how does he respond to the leaked autopsy report, believed to belong to Yu Menglong, indicating that he was brutally tortured and humiliated before death, with multiple DNA samples from different individuals found in his body? Then there is the green lawn directly beneath the spot where Yu Menglong fell, which was suddenly dug up and destroyed, clearly showing signs of evidence tampering. And what about the discovery of numerous companies and enterprises established under the name of Yu Menglong and other artists, some even linked to the arms industry? Artists registering weapons-related companies, isn't that suspicious? Yet to this day, public security authorities have taken no action. Shouldn't that be considered a dereliction of duty, or even an act of corruption or concealment? And most importantly, according to commentator Dayu, when the cause of death had not yet been clarified, yet the body was hastily cremated, such an act may constitute intentional homicide. And many more questions remain. How will Guangguang answer these questions? Du Qiang and Cheng Qingsong in Taiwan. Yu Menglong's mentor is urged to be careful. Now let's turn to Du Qiang, the manager of Yu Menglong, a man whose whereabouts have become one of the most intriguing mysteries in this case. Reports suggest that he has recently surfaced in Taiwan. A photo taken by a netizen at a metro station in Taiwan appears to show a man believed to be Du Qiang, wearing heavy makeup and dark eyeliner. This image immediately drew attention online. Earlier, British psychic Tai William claimed she had sensed that Du Qiang fled to Taiwan and underwent plastic surgery to hide his identity. Soon after, netizens uncovered information showing that Du currently holds a position at a brokerage company in Taiwan, suggesting that his stay there may be disguised as legitimate work. Commentator Li Muyang added another striking clue. A friend of Li sent him a photo showing a man before a table filled with fruits and drinks, holding a business card. The drinks on the table were popular Taiwanese brands. Behind him, the wall calendar displayed traditional Chinese characters and English text, with the month marked as January, a design commonly used in Taiwanese commercial calendars. Li also observed that the arrangement of fruits and beverages, the serving tray, and the hotel desk setup all matched the signature hospitality layout of Taiwanese business hotels. On the business card, the printed name was Du Yicheng, known to be Du Qiang's former name. Because of this, Li's friend believes Du Qiang is highly likely in Taiwan. Still, these pieces of evidence alone are not enough to conclusively prove that Du Qiang is in Taiwan. What's certain, however, is that he is one of the most critical figures in the Yu Menglong case. So far, no proof suggests that he enjoys political protection or powerful backing, but insiders say he was placed by higher authorities to monitor and control Yu Menglong's every move. In other words, Du Qiang knew everything, including the torture and abuse Yu suffered before his death. Reports even suggest that he played a direct role in the multi-location tortures of Yu Menglong. Previous reports even described Du Qiang as a professional assassin, and that his sinister aura could be felt through his photos, a brooding face, dark demeanor, and cold, piercing eyes. Multiple accounts indicate that Yu Menglong seemed deeply afraid of him while still alive. In one instance, while Yu was joyfully interacting with fans, he suddenly went pale the moment he saw his manager, Du Qiang. Netizens have also accused Du of frequently beating Yu in private, behavior allegedly repeated in Chao Renliang's case. Therefore, finding or arresting Du Qiang could be the key to uncovering the full truth behind what really happened to Yu Menglong. Not just Du Qiang, the red-haired director Cheng Qingsong, another prime suspect, has also surfaced in Taiwan, boldly joining a pride parade. As netizens track every move of the perpetrators, Cheng's public appearance shows how shockingly defiant he's become. At the same time, the public is urging Yu Menglong's mentor, Sun Derong, to stay extremely cautious, as the perpetrators have already fled to Taiwan, and no one knows what their next move might be. While the public fears for Sun Derong's safety, a darker turn is unfolding. The perpetrators have now set their sights on those who dare to speak out for Yu Menglong on the mainland. Tianyu Media hunts down the executive who defended Yu Menglong. 4 demons finally exposed? According to NTD-TV, Qi Lili, an executive from Beijing media headquarters base, claimed she received death threats from Tianyu Media, Yu Menglong's management company, after defending the late actor. Soon after, she survived a series of suspicious car accidents, leaving friends and netizens deeply concerned for her safety. Last month, Qi published explosive posts accusing Tianyu Media of terrifying behavior. Within days, her Weibo account was banned, with her final update dated October 21st. Her ordeal began on October 6th, when she shared chat screenshots showing an industry insider, a self-proclaimed friend and fellow Northeasterner, warning her to stay silent. She called him a dog of Tianyu Media. He threatened her family and business, placing her on the company's PR watch list. She refused to back down, printing the evidence and announcing legal action for intimidation. By October 9th, he switched tactics, mixing bribes with threats, offering huge rewards while warning, "We'll take you down." She refused again, vowing to fight to the end. By October 18, messages grew more direct. "You're asking for death." 2 days later, danger struck. On October 20th, Qi Lili posted a long message describing how both she and her employees were involved in car crashes on the same day. That morning, as she was about to get into a taxi, a car suddenly tried to ram into her, chased her vehicle, and cut it off. But she managed to escape unharmed. However, that same night, several of Qi's staff members took her car out and were ambushed on the road, trapped between a large truck and another vehicle. The impact completely destroyed the car. 2 were left with broken bones, and 1 was rushed to the hospital for emergency treatment. Another vehicle, used for transporting equipment, also crashed while trying to avoid the collision. Qi's assistant suffered a fractured leg. After this series of accidents, everyone in her studio became certain. The other side wants her dead. They reported every incident to the police, but each case was dismissed as a mere traffic accident. The offending driver simply paid compensation and walked free. Hours later, Qi received a chilling message. "This morning was a lesson. If you don't shut up, death is waiting. Tell your family to prepare for your funeral." That same day, Qi also released another private chat screenshot. In it, one of her staff warned her that the opposing side was manipulating public opinion, pushing all the blame for the conflict onto her, and had even begun rallying other artists to isolate her studio. Then, on November 4th, Qi suddenly reappeared online, posting, "You really have no honor in this victory." Attached were new messages threatening her parents, brother, and even her child, along with photos of the child's kindergarten, warning, "Rest assured, I will kill you." As her posts spread overseas, outrage erupted. Netizens condemned what they called darkness beyond imagination, accusing CCP elites of abusing power and disregarding human life. Furthermore, according to commentator Yu Menglong, Qi Lili later released several processed screenshots of her phone call logs, revealing that she had intercepted numerous harassing calls. In the last 4 screenshots, the names of the callers were clearly visible, and they matched what netizens have come to call the 4 thugs of Tianyu Media: Li Ming, Gao Taiyu, Cheng Qingsong, and Du Qiang. From all the evidence Qi Lili has disclosed, one thing becomes undeniable. Tianyu Media is a demonic, inhumane company, cold-blooded, cruel, perverted, and operating like a mafia-style terror organization. So the question is, why is Tianyu Media so arrogant? Because they have protection. Powerful backing from the highest levels of the CCP and the police, who not only tolerate but actively shield their crimes. These devils wearing human skin believe that as long as they have the right people covering for them, they can do anything without consequence. That belief has made them reckless beyond restraint, and as a result, many innocent people have lost their lives at their hands. But while these demons tighten their grip inside China, resistance is rising beyond its borders. Taiwan's cables cut, China rises in boycott. Justice for Yu Menglong spreads worldwide. Commentator Li Muyang also revealed that the online community in Taiwan has become one of the main driving forces behind the global petition Justice for Yu Menglong. Many Taiwanese netizens are finding their own ways to amplify Yu Menglong's voice and push the petition forward, and the Chinese Communist Party knows it well. One viewer shared that Taiwan's undersea internet cables have been repeatedly sabotaged. 6 cables were cut, and 3 more were damaged. When comparing the timeline, since the Yu Menglong case first broke, there have been 4 such incidents. The reason, as many point out, is self-evident. The CCP is behind it, attempting to cut off Taiwan's connection to the world. These acts of sabotage reveal the CCP's growing fear. The global attention surrounding the Yu Menglong case has left them deeply unsettled, even panicked. The death of Yu Menglong has pulled back a curtain for many Chinese who once sought only quiet lives. They can no longer ignore the darkness around them. So how can ordinary citizens confront entrenched power? Mainland netizens have chosen a weapon: Boycott, a non-violent, non-cooperation movement aimed at crippling the entertainment industry's cash and attention flows. It's simple, safe, and already gaining momentum. One mainland user who calls himself an ordinary person hoping for light to return to China wrote to commentator Li, saying, "The entertainment industry is controlled by demons and monsters, and every cent we spend becomes a blade stabbing into our own bodies. From today on, if each of us seriously boycotts the entertainment industry, the domino effect will begin. Justice that never arrives on its own must start from our own fingertips." He outlined 5 concrete actions anyone can take. First, cancel all paid memberships on film and TV platforms and uninstall their apps, cutting off their cash flow. Second, stop watching, sharing, or promoting any movies, dramas, music, or entertainment content. Cutting off their traffic means cutting off their income. Third, unfollow all celebrities and entertainment accounts. Without attention, they lose power. Fourth, avoid concerts and fan events. Empty seats send the strongest message. Fifth, refuse to buy any products, physical or digital, connected to celebrities or the entertainment industry. Deny them both profit and publicity. Another netizen put it bluntly, "Those cold-blooded animals in the entertainment circle make money off the people, but torture the people's children. The people can no longer bear it. We're done playing." That call to action is spreading fast as China's biggest shopping festival, Double 11 on November 11th, approaches, a date that will also mark exactly 2 months since Yu Menglong's death. As the nation prepares for another frenzy of consumption, a different kind of movement is quietly rising, one fueled by grief, anger, and the demand for truth. Reading these words, I can't help but feel deeply moved. The people have awakened, and perhaps, for the first time in a long while, justice no longer feels out of reach. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your perspective. And don't forget to drop this icon in the comments to help us beat the YouTube algorithm. If you found this analysis valuable, please like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss future updates. Thanks for watching. See you next time.